Part of me wishes I was kidding, and another part of me did not want to make this video, but after digging myself into a hole by starting this project, it's only sensible that I dug myself out by finishing it. With that said, yes, as you can see, I've made Akuma Nihmune, aka Numi, in WWE 2K23. Surprisingly, no one's made her in this game yet, so I figured I'd fix that. Naturally, she comes with two costumes, 3.0, which is her default, and 2.0, which is her alternate. Having made characters from Mortal Kombat, it usually takes me an hour or two to get them finished. Numi, on the other hand, took 6 hours total. Much of that went into her design, you know, cutting things out in GIMP, making things in GIMP, sending it over to the 2K image uploader, retrieving it from the 2K23 image manager, slapping it on the superstar in question. And it made me question what's more at fault. Numi's design for being a little over the top, or the game for not having certain options that should have been in the game in the first place. My guess on why it is the way it is in 2K23 is because it wouldn't be realistic. But you want to know what's also not realistic, memes aside? An invisible man beating the shit out of people. Also, because I only had so many layers and image points to use, I unfortunately had to make some compromises. Like Numi 3.0's full-body fishnet being reduced to just fishnet leggings, which is ass, but it was necessary for this to work. I don't think she'd be too mad about that anyway. While I'm satisfied with how this turned out, I can't say I had fun making it either. But enough about my struggles. You want to see Numi in-game, right? Well then, let's see what our favorite plum-kissing, wall-smooching, closet-bottom, swag-filled tomboy demon girl VTuber can do. Match 1, Akuma Nihmune vs Charlotte Flair. Now, I should probably point out that I'm playing this game on Legend difficulty with all the AI sliders turned to the max, so the chances of me taking an L here have basically skyrocketed. You'll see why that's relevant in a bit, but can we first take the time to just check out Numi real quick? Part of the challenge for me was making sure she looked as good as possible, so I'm glad she turned out the way she did. I mean, just check out the swag on her. Also, you know I had to let her hit him with the Sonic Down Smash one time. Check that out. Awesome. And then, of course, there's Charlotte Flair being, well, Charlotte Flair. But the reason why the difficulty is so relevant is because alongside Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair in this game, Charlotte Flair is actually one of the hardest women to wrestle. Seriously, her AI is evil sometimes, so we'll see what happens this time around. As soon as the bell rings, I immediately counter Charlotte's attempt at a running grapple. Then I follow up with an abdominal stretch slam. While she's down, she blocks my kick, then goes for a back chop, but that gets countered with a heavy combo into a DDT6. Numi then asserts dominance over Charlotte Flair, which seems out of character if you ask me. Charlotte gets mad and immediately puts me into a figure 4 leg lock, but it's not the figure 8, so I easily get out of it, then retaliate with the chick kick and land a double axe handle from the middle rope. I tried going for the fisherman suplex, but I got rolled up out of it. But then I pull an Uno reverse and get a 2 count out of my roll-up. Charlotte gets weaved when going for a back chop, then takes a spin-out backbreaker before splitting from the ring. Charlotte counters me, then Irish whips me into the ropes for a nice flowing neck breaker. She then picks me up and tosses me into the ropes, then follows that up with a knee. Eventually, I reverse her and take control with the Randy Orton Deus press. I get her up on her feet and smash her with the fuckbuster. I don't know. Nimasi waits for the queen to get back up before dropping her with a stone cold stunner, but it's only a 2. Snap suplex to Charlotte now before I follow up with a wake up neckbreaker. I wake Charlotte up for the famouser, but she counters with a powerbomb and immediately locks in the figure 8 on me. I stall for a bit before breaking the hold for more dramatic effect. I mean, it'd kinda suck if I just broke it up immediately, since it's a finisher and everything. After breaking the hold, I went for the comeback but was met with Charlotte's boot to the face. I eventually try again, but pressed the wrong button at the end and got clotheslined for it. One last time and I do it successfully, ending it with the Shawn Michaels Sweet Chin music, and following up with her other signature, the standing 450 for the 2 count, which got Charlotte to use her resiliency perk. With the rare Numi W in sight, I go for another plum kisser. This time it connects, unfortunately it's a 2. I try to go for another DDT6, but Charlotte counters by punching Numi's wound tattoo, then starts beating my ass, ending the combo with a neckbreaker. Then she follows it up with another neckbreaker. Charlotte went for her moonsault from the top rope, but I saw it coming and punished her with a dropkick. Charlotte drops me with another neckbreaker and goes for a sus pin, but it's a 1. She misses a knee drop and we get into a war of reversals, which she ends with a mat slam. She Irish whips me, but I knew she was trying to spear me, so I countered with another DDT 6. I go for another stunner, but Charlotte counters it this time, and then when I went for my corner finisher, she was like, "Shut up or I'll smack you one." Shouts out to Marky D123. Guy is goated. I reverse her right back, following up with a wheel kick, but then she rolls me up for a 1 count. Back in neutral, Charlotte outspeeds the chick kick with a back chop. Charlotte gets weaved again and takes a mat smoocher from out of nowhere. I thought that was it, but Charlotte kicks out of it at 2 again. Charlotte catches me off guard with a fake out kick into an elbow. Nice. She then tries to make Numi uncute with another mat slam. We start countering each other until I catch her slipping with the wheelbarrow DDT. She elbows me out of a control grapple, then whips me into the corner. I reverse her signature and then go for a corner attack of my own. Numi kills Charlotte Flair with the Noom Salt for the 3. This is a pretty fun and good match with Charlotte Flair keeping me on my toes throughout. Heck, I even got the One's All You Get achievement. Whenever you're fighting Legend AI, you could easily lose momentum off one bad move, and if that happens, you're gonna get your ass kicked. So it takes some patience to beat them, especially if it's any big star like Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Roman Reigns, Stone Cold, you know, anyone in that range of superstar. Match 2, it's Numi versus Mami. Akuma Nihmune versus Rhea Ripley for the Raw Women's Championship. This time we're rocking Numi's 2.0 costume, which is her alternate, which was also slightly easier to make than her 3.0 to be honest. Also, Rhea is the undisputed women's champion in this match. Why? Because I felt like it, that's why. Nihmune waves hi to all of her Noombas while Ripley holds up the Raw Women's title before the match begins. Take a wild guess on what Rhea Ripley tries upon the bell ring. Whiffed boot aside, despite still being on Legend, this match with Rhea was easier for some reason. I thought she'd be as hard as Charlotte. I went for the 5-knuckle shuffle, but that got dodged, and she chain grappled me right into a German suplex. Mami pulls a Stone Cold and starts smacking me some. I counter her back chop and hit her with the lunar combo, ending with a heel to the neck. Damn. When she's up again, Numi gets her with the Deus Press, then follows it up with the good old DDT 6. Ripley tries to clothesline me, but she runs into a Nihmune springboard kick. I get countered and Rhea went for a choke bomb, but that also gets reversed into an arm drag, then into the wheelbarrow DDT. Nimusi opens up a can of whoop ass on Mami, then taunts her while she's in the corner. The Fisherman suplex is reversed, but the Queen of the Noombas starts kicking the Eradicator. I tried the fuckbuster, but Rhea counters it with a powerbomb and gets a 1 count. Mami lands on her ass going for a leg drop and eats a Numi stunner, but that's just a 2. Ripley reverses a kick into a dragon screw and wakes me up for what I thought was going to be Riptide. But I forgot that I had a finisher and she had Move Thief, so I got planted with the Plum Kisser instead. Just a 2 though, even if it was actually 1. I nearly take her head off with a chick kick, but that's also just a 2. I went for the Stone Cold tactics again, but Rhea pours the whoop-ass can on me instead, then follows it up with a leg drop. Eventually back in neutral, I score a neck breaker for another 2, then Rhea rolls me up for a near 2 count. Numi slams Rhea with the Michinoku driver, then hits the Famouser, but for some stupid reason, that's not the 3, that's 2. Now check this out, Numi jumping in heels! No fucks given as she hits the standing 450 splash. Eventually, Rhea reverses the momentum and hits an impressive looking vertical suplex. I mean, just look at that power. Mami wants the electric chair facebuster, but I reversed it into a knee to the head and then tossed her to the apron where she countered me with a hot shot. Ripley's got the abdominal stretch locked in, but of course I get out of it with a head scissors. Rhea tackles me in the corner, then proceeds to stomp a mud hole in me for a 2 count. Numi hits the Famouser from out of nowhere, then while Mami is stunned, she hits the Noom Salt, and that's the 3. New Raw Women's Champion. Also, check this out right here. This is funny. Numi's just like, "Hey ref, give me my title." The ref's just like, "Here you go," and then Numi's just like, "Thank you, now get your zebra looking ass up out of my ring. You're ruining this moment between me and my Noombas." Jokes aside, I didn't think Rhea Ripley would be easier to put up with since she's a big star. In fact, I started thinking that it depended on the overall of the wrestler in question, since Rhea's at 90 and Charlotte's at 94. Hell, Becky Lynch is at 96 overall, and guess what? She damn near beat me when I was playing that match, so I'm thinking it's that. But yeah, check this out, man. Numi styling and profiling on them haters. Look at that. Look at the swag on your girl. Look at the swag. Playing the air guitar with the Raw Women's Championship and all that stuff. Look at the swag on her, man. See, I knew I wasn't going to be finished with Numi until I knew she was perfect. And do I think she's perfect? Not 100%, but you know what? I really like the way she turned out, and I'm honestly satisfied with how she did turn out. Did I have fun making her? I'm gonna be honest, no I did not, because having to jump back and forth between my laptop and the game itself just to get certain part sets in, because they're either not in the game or there were no textures available on the community creations. So I basically had to wing things myself, but I mean, at the end of the day, I got the job done, and Numi is now in WWE 2K23. Now, if you want to play as Numi, she'll be on the community creations, because I didn't create her for no reason. As a matter of fact, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you guys in on a little treat. If this video gets enough traction, like say 30, 40, maybe even 50 likes, I will have absolutely zero problem doing a Legend difficulty My Rise playthrough with Numi. Hell, I might even do a Superstar Universe playthrough with Numi on Legend difficulty. But that's only if this video gets enough traction. So if you're down to support your boy, be sure to drop a like, share this video with your friends, subscribe if you ain't subscribed, and I'll see y'all on the next one.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from the pits of hell, Mami.
Matches like these, with talent of this caliber, this is why sports entertainment is an art form. Facing perhaps the greatest competitor in women's division history, beating Charlotte will make you a legend. That's a true statement, but it's only true because of how difficult, borderline impossible it is to achieve this